Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob Sutton, and today we're going to talk about the Cirkul. So let's get at it. So I don't know about you guys, but I hate drinking regular water. I literally cannot stand it. It bores me to tears, and I find that I really do not drink enough water if I'm forced to drink just regular water. So that's when we went to the Cirkuls. So we've been using them for about a month now, and I'm going to go into what I think. So what are sips? There are these little white cartridges on the top of this bottle that actually go in and do the flavor adding for you without contaminating the water itself. There's a little dial here on the top that you can actually adjust the flavor strength, and it makes it so that you don't have anything in the bottle other than just water, and the flavor is actually being added as you drink it. Now they're $3.75 a piece. And then you see about 15 different categories online of different kind of sips you can get, and within each category there are a bunch of flavors. So the ones we've been using at the house the most are the Life Sip, the Go Sip, and the Fit Sip. And each one of them have a little bit different configuration with them, but they're all 0 sugar and 0 calorie. The Life Sip is vitamin enhanced, the Fit Sip is electrolyte enhanced, and the Go Sip actually includes 30 milligrams of caffeine. Now, each one of these sips are good for about 132 ounces of water. So if you do some quick math there, with a 22 ounce bottle, it's about 6 fill-ups. With a 12 ounce, it's 11. And with a 32 ounce bottle, it's about 4 fill-ups. And then you could also set up monthly deliveries of each of the sips, or you could just order them one by one through either online or through Walmart. Now, of course, Cirkul takes a little bit of an environmental approach to this and says that you're using a lot less plastic. They claim about 84% less. That's really doing the calculations on if you would have drank the same amount of just regular water bottles as compared to how many times you actually use these sips. And kind of another little cool added feature, if you have a favorite bottle, there's a really good chance these lids will fit on that as well. So you could try that out if you have one that you want to use other than one Cirkul provided. This is the stainless steel one in matte black, and you can get a lot of different options. You can even get some custom made if you wanted to. But overall, I like the overall matte black look, and it's been pretty durable. And their bottles range from anywhere from $15 to $40 in plastic or stainless steel, and 12 ounces to 42. So you do have a lot of different options if you go look at the website right now. And they do some bottle drops on special edition drops that you can see on the website too. All right, so first let's get into the good of what I actually liked about the Cirkul. First off, I did notice I'm drinking a lot more water. If I'm not having to get up to get a bottle or a can to drink my water, and I have this with me 24/7, it's really easy to just fill up with water and drink out of it and have a good tasting water with you at all times. The dial indicator on the top works pretty well. It goes all the way from off, so you can just get plain water, all the way up to 9. I find I keep mine on setting 3. It's that perfect balance of water and taste that reminds me a lot of like the Propels that I used to drink without being overpowering. I don't want my water to taste really sweet. That said, I do find that I turn the dial up a little bit as the sip cartridge gets a little bit more towards end of life, as you do notice a decreasing flavor over time. That could just be my body getting used to it as well, but from what I've found is as you get closer to the cartridge being empty, you like to dial it up a little bit more and get every single last bit out of it so there isn't any waste. The other thing I like is the availability of so many flavors and different configurations for what you need. I do like using the caffeinated ones from time to time. It kind of cuts down on my coffee consumption a little bit. But then having extra electrolytes and vitamins is never really a bad thing. I don't notice anything day to day differently. 30 milligrams of caffeine in one of these over this much water really isn't that much either. But it is nice to have little bit differences throughout the day if you want to. And then lastly, one of the things I actually like about the bottles themselves is they actually put a rubber foot on the bottom of their bottles. It makes it so when you go to set it down, 1, it doesn't slip, 2, it's a little bit more of a soft landing, and then it makes it so it's secure in your car, on your desk, or anywhere else where you're setting the bottle down. Now, is there anything I really didn't like about the Cirkul? 1, when you're going to get a drink out of it, it is a little bit annoying to have this little cover that you have to take off each and every time. I did find that you could kind of tuck it behind the handle here if you know you're going to be drinking a lot at once, and then just kind of tuck it back on if I'm taking it out to the car or walking around with it. But having this on there when I'm used to water bottles just being grab and go without any cap can be a little bit of an annoyance. And then 2, as you could tell, when you drink this thing, you actually have to tip it up. Since the flavor is not in the water itself, there's no way for it to have like a straw that goes all the way down and actually collects from the bottom so that you can just drink it like a normal person. You've got to tip this one up, and it does actually make a noise as you're drinking it. So it's not exactly a silent operation, and you have to tip it up. So when you're driving, it's a little bit harder to drink than some other water bottles that I've used in the past. Then one more last thing that's a little bit of an annoyance, but there's actually a workaround for it. Whenever you go to actually replace these cartridges or you go to fill up the water bottle itself, there are 2 things to remember. 1, pull it out and flip it upside down. Otherwise, you get some water dripping out onto the floor, and make sure you have the cap on too, because it'll drip out this way as well. That, and when you go to fill up the bottle, remember that you're actually inserting this into the water. So don't fill it all the way up to the rim. Fill it up to, just about up to this curl in the bottle itself, and then put it back on, because otherwise you'll spill water all over the ground when you go to put it back in if you overfill it. And then the last thing, I wish the sips were a little bit more recyclable. Yes, the plastic of these is recyclable, but only if you do one thing, and that is you actually have to disassemble these and take the cartridge out for it actually to be able to be recycled. And I highly doubt most of the people buying these are actually going through that process. So most of them are probably going in the trash. So if there's a way I could just throw these straight into the recycling bin and not have to throw them away or disassemble them, it would be just a little bit better. It'd make it so you're actually recycling them like I was with the cans, instead of actually having to disassemble these and then throw them into recycling. But then overall, it's a pretty cool system. It makes it so I have really good tasting water, and I find that I drink a lot more water now than I did in the past because I'm not having to get up as much with a bigger bottle, and it actually tastes better, and you get some variety within these different packs and flavors. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you're using one yourself and just want to share your experience, hit up the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to Rob Sutton for more videos like this in the future. Until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.